Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Time and Crown channel. Today I'm very happy to introduce the very first chronograph watch from the Northern Ireland brand, Nomadic Watches. And I'm so happy to get the chance to review it here on Time and Crown channel. You will find a link towards Nomadic Watches website down in the description. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button. So the watch comes in this nice black box here with the yellow Nomadic logo. Let's open the box, and here we find the watch. So this is a very 70s inspired chronograph watch, a mechanical chronograph watch. Inside of the box you find this part here, where you find all the paperwork, fiber cloth, warranty, all of that stuff up here. So let's get up and close with the brand new Céad watch from Nomadic Watches. I hope I am pronouncing Céad the right way, it is Irish. And here we have the new chronograph watch up and close. This is produced in 3 colorways. I believe all 3 versions are limited to 42 examples. So it's definitely a watch that you want to have a look at their website, link down in the description. This is a review, a prototype, so I'm not going to keep this watch, full disclosure. So you see it is very motorsport inspired, and the Céad Mille is actually a motorsport race, and this watch, according to Nomadic's website, is a tribute to all Irish race car drivers. So let's get some information, some specifications about this watch out of the way. It does measure 40 millimeters in diameter. It is 47.5 millimeters lock tip to lock tip. You see, very compact case design. Then you have 14.5 millimeters in thickness, which includes this very slightly raised sapphire crystal. And you have a lock opening of 20 millimeters, a crown, enlarged crown with the Nomadic logo at 7 millimeters. The watch is of course made in 316L stainless steel with very different finishes. So you see we have this very nice brushing on the side of the case. Then a nice polished chamfering all the way through the case from one end to the other. And then we have a kind of sloping inwards bezel here, everything polished. You see we get a really nice light play. Flat sapphire crystal. The watch comes on a top quality black racing leather strap with this nice leather interior here, you see. Leather coloring interior with easy removable spring bars. Signed buckle, very simple. It has 2 push buttons for starting, stopping and resetting the chronograph, and then the crown to set the day, the date and the time. Because this watch is of course a day-date watch. Let me just try to remove the hour hand here. So we see down here the day and the date, Nomadic Céad 126. You see we have 3 chronograph windows here. At 12 o'clock, 30-minute counter. At 6 o'clock, 12-hour counter. And running seconds, as you see here, at 9 o'clock. The dial is this kind of very slightly, almost kind of a laggard sunburst dial, but it is very anonymous. Here you see inside of the watch, inside of the case here, on the outer part of the dial we have the tachymeter to measure speed, which is typical for racing chronograph watches. Lume-filled hour markings, lume-filled hands, and this very nice little touch of color with the yellow chronograph counting second hand. Really nice touch of color. If they would have made it white, it would maybe become a little bit anonymous, a little bit boring, but with the yellow color, it looks really great. Now the clicking sound when you push the buttons, it is extremely satisfying. This is top quality action. Let me just put the watch up towards the microphone, maybe you can hear it. So let me just try to reset. It falls right back into place. Now turning the watch over, we see the movement. This is a mechanical manual wind movement. This is a movement that Nomadic Watches, they did a lot of work on. You see beautiful finishing with this perlage here. It looks really nice with blue screws as well. And the black bridge, which is kind of the trademark of Nomadic Watches. It is based on a Céad SW500 manual wound movement. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. And we have 50 hours of power reserve, which is really nice. Let's have a look at the accuracy. I get really nice measurement on this movement, between 4 and 5 seconds plus per day, and almost 300 in amplitude and no beat error. This is a very healthy, very well made movement, and I do believe that Nomadic Watches, they do actually regulate these movements at their workshop in Belfast, Northern Ireland. The watch has 100 meters of water resistance, so it is in fact a really nice sports watch, as well as a racing chronograph watch. And let's have a look at the Lume. This is Swiss Super Luminova. And I must say the Lume is a really nice treat with this watch as well. I think every little detail with this watch is really well made, and you see it really glows. So very accurate movement, very nice Lume, really nice action with the crown, really nice feeling when you wind the watch. And of course, as I said, 100 meters of water resistance. On my 17 centimeter wrist circumference, you can see the watch wears perfectly. The lock-to-lock proportions of 47.5 millimeters is absolutely perfect. And the size of 40 millimeters is perfect as well. So the watch is a bit thick, as you see. Not much thicker than a lot of other mechanical or automatic chronograph watches, but when you use a manual wound movement, you don't have the rotor inside of the movement, which actually means you can cut off a few millimeters. And I think that Nomadic Watches, they should definitely have worked on making this watch a little bit slimmer, but it wears really nicely. So let's talk about the pluses and the minuses of this watch to conclude this review. So the plus is that every little detail with this watch is really nicely made. I really do enjoy the accuracy. I really do enjoy the Lume. Another thing I really enjoy with this watch is the finishing of the case. I really do like the different finishes. They really made something special out of the polishing and the brushing. And the third thing is, how cool is it to have a mechanical chronograph watch from Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland isn't a country we usually connect to high-end watchmaking, but Nomadic Watches, they have really changed that. And recently, they even opened their own flagship store in Belfast. The three minuses, well, we already touched upon it. The thickness of the watch, it can be a problem to some people, and I can definitely understand why. The second thing is, it is kind of looking a lot like a lot of other sports chronograph watches. But I do like how it actually over time really just is a watch that you get to like more and more. When I first saw it, I was a little bit, I don't know. After a week, I was really enjoying this watch. The third thing, and that is also with the design, I'm getting older, and I must say that the chronograph windows, the three chronograph windows here, they are a bit small. You definitely need to have some good eyesight to read everything. They could maybe have made these windows bigger, but this watch is inspired by old racing cars, so that is probably why they decided on this. Now the price of the watch is $2,918 US. You can have a look at Nomadic's website down in the description. Thanks a lot for my friends in Northern Ireland for sending in yet another watch for review. Thanks a lot for watching. I will see you very soon again. And don't forget to like this video. It is a big help if you give me a like for this video. And subscribe to my channel. It is a big help. Thanks a lot. Bye.